What up, y'all? What up? 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 I'm trying to look for my brush. I can't find my brush. I don't know what's going on. First of all, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. What's up, y'all? What's up? He said I'm waiting on this. Welcome to the live, man. Welcome to the live. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Make sure y'all tap in and let me know where y'all are coming in from. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Merry Christmas. I can't even talk. Merry Christmas. Let's go. He said he's Fugazi. That's what's up, New Mexico. Merry Christmas. What's up, y'all? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We here. We here. Shout out to y'all, man. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Merry Christmas, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Okay. So I was supposed to be off these last 2 days. I can't even find my damn brush right now. I don't even know where I put it. I was supposed to be off these last 2 days, and I've been off, right? Just chilling with family and all that stuff, and we having a good time. We give all the glory to God as usual. Shout out to North Carolina, Colorado Springs, Pennsylvania. What up? Curacao, what up? So obviously, y'all know we got these Christmas Day games. I saw most of the Oklahoma City Thunder game, and I was like, I'm not going to go live for that game because there were more games that were coming on. But then I knew the Lakers were going to be playing against the Houston Rockets. Now, why was I interested in this game? Going into this game, the Lakers were on a 2-game losing streak. Okay. Austin Reaves, who had suffered like a calf strain or something like that, made his return in the last game where he came off the bench to play that game, and the Lakers lost anyway to the Phoenix Suns. So I said to myself, this will be a good opportunity to see if the Lakers would be competitive in this game. Given the fact that they had some days to rest, Austin Reaves got some days to rest, and finally we're going to see what's going to happen. The Lakers come into this game, and from the jump, you could immediately tell that the Houston Rockets were just a step ahead of the Lakers. You could tell this. You could tell that one team was playing with a sense of desperation because, mind you, Houston, I believe, had dropped 1 or 2 games in a row. I think it was 2 games in a row. So they were playing with a sense of urgency, something you would hope that the Lakers would have coming into this game, given the fact that they'd already lost 2 in a row. And then I start looking at the body language of the team. I look at how sloppy they were playing. Luka Doncic had like 4 turnovers in what seemed like 5 minutes in that first quarter. Everyone seemed out of whack. Meanwhile, the Houston Rockets look like they came to play. And as I'm watching the game, it's becoming painfully apparent to me that number one, the Lakers' record is fool's gold. It's fool's gold. We have played, and in the Lakers, I'm talking about we have played some of the worst teams in the NBA thus far. Of the 30 games we played, how many games did we play just now? We played 28 games. Of the 28 games, excuse me, of the 28 games, roughly half of them have been against teams that don't even have a 500 record. We've played the Utah Jazz this season what seems like 15 times already. We're losing to teams that barely have 10 wins on the season, like the Los Angeles Clippers. And now coming into this game, given the fact that we had our full bevy of players, we still somehow found a way to get our asses whooped. But I want to get into the box score and the breakdown here. NBA hasn't updated his website, but I want to go to the app here. Okay, I want to get into the breakdown here. Somebody said that Luka play. You can see I'm talking about Luka in the game. I'm going to go to the box score. Okay. For the Lakers, LeBron played 32 minutes. Rui played 27 minutes and scored 0 points. Ayton played 36 minutes. He had 10 points, and the Lakers couldn't rebound to save their lives. So he had 10 points, and how many rebounds did this fool have? He had 1 rebound. 1 rebound. Ayton had 1 rebound. 1. Ayton had 1 rebound. LeBron had 2 rebounds. What? Look at the box score. Hold on, let me go to the defensive rebound. Look. The Lakers had a total of, let me see the rebounds here. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I was looking at defensive, offensive. Ayton had 2 rebounds. 2. Rui had 2. LeBron had 2 rebounds. You know what that means? That means you're not getting any stops. That's what that means. When you can't get a rebound, it means you cannot get a stop. Because the last thing that happens at a stop is a rebound. They couldn't even do that. You look at the points. LeBron had 18 points on 53% shooting. Let me look at Rui had 0 points. Ayton had 10. Reaves had 12. Reaves had played 14 minutes, and we're gonna talk about Reaves in a moment. Luka Doncic had 25 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. But I want to go to the turnovers. I think he had 6 turnovers. Between him and LeBron, they had 9 together. 9. The Lakers, as a team, got out-rebounded, get this, guys, 25-48. The Lakers got out-rebounded 25-48. Let me say that one more time. 25-48 rebounds. A 23 rebound, I'm not 23. Almost a 20 plus rebound differential. Now I want to get to a major aspect of this game. Coming into this game and the last few games, there has been a quiet yet concerted push. Oh God, the coach is here. Here we go. Please tell me you're not going to put this on Bron. He said, please tell me you're not going to put this on Bron when when Coward Reaves faked an injury to get out of getting punked even more, excuse me, than she already did. Let me get this straight. You're telling me that Austin Reaves went out there and started the game, but then decided after a quarter and some change that he was going to fake an injury to go sit in the back because he was what? Let me read the comment. To get out of getting punked even more. And I'm assuming by getting punked, you're talking about defense, right? And now this guy is saying below, the next guy is saying it's obvious. So let me get this straight. Ladies and gentlemen, for the new people tuning into this live, I got to address these comments quickly, and then we're going to get back to the analysis. If this is your first time watching this channel, get yourself a bag of popcorn and get ready for this one. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that Austin Reaves faked his injury because he didn't want to get exposed in the game. Is this coming from the same fan base where LeBron at the beginning of the season could have been accused of the very same thing at the beginning of the season? Wasn't LeBron getting accused of faking his injury to see if the Lakers would fail without him? And what ended up happening was the Lakers ended up playing very, 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 very well. And he came to a team that had a winning record. So let me get this straight. You're saying that when some of us said that that was what was happening, that's far-fetched. But we're meant to believe that Austin Reaves faked an injury in the middle or in the beginning of a game to get away from being cooked on defense. Does this make any sense to anybody anywhere? Like, I know it's Christmas, but like, come on, let's knock it off. Like, let's knock it off. Let's knock it off. I want to talk about Austin Reaves since y'all brought him up. For the new people watching this live, let me update y'all. LeBron fans over the last few weeks now, 2 weeks in particular, have been on a silent but yet consistent campaign to, one, get Austin Reaves benched, or two, get the Lakers to consider to trade him. Gilbert Arenas is mentioning the word trade. Rich Paul is talking about Reaves should go to the bench. Kendrick Perkins today before the game is talking about the Lakers need to make a trade. They're now talking about making trades because they don't believe that Austin Reaves is the right guy to pair with LeBron and Luka. So the guy that you guys are saying shouldn't be on the team is the same guy that y'all are crying about that wasn't in the game. I thought y'all thought Austin Reaves was ass. So why are you mad about the fact that he wasn't in the game? I'm confused. Y'all said Austin Reaves was overrated and this and that and this and that. The man goes out of the game, and now you're up here crying about the fact that he wasn't playing because he ran away. Like, what are you guys like AI or something? Are you guys like AI or something? Like, I'm confused. Let's get back to the game. Let me read these comments real quick. Who said this? He said, Rockets are the best rebounding team in the league with Hayes missing. It was a huge issue today. Lakers are on a skid worsen by injuries. Let me read another comment. Is this your GOAT? Jordan would never. I want to talk about the bigger issue that the Lakers have here. And I'm glad that Austin Reaves, I'm not glad that he got injured, but I'm glad that he didn't play considerable minutes today because I was waiting to figure something out. And what I was trying to figure out was, we know that Reaves, Luka, and LeBron on the floor together is not going to work. We know that already. The numbers say that. They're horrible defenders. And what we do know is that Reaves and Luka work together because they can win games together. We've seen that already, minus LeBron James, right? We know that. But what we don't know is, can LeBron and Luka and Reaves either coming off the bench or being absent win games? And what we discovered today is they cannot. What we discovered today is LeBron James and Luka Doncic with any other set of players cannot win games. Do you know why? The reason they cannot win games is because LeBron and Luka are such defensive liabilities that you cannot make up for their terrible defense as a duo. You cannot make up for it. What JJ Redick did was he played LeBron, Luka, Rui, Ayton, and Marcus Smart. With that lineup in the third quarter, the Lakers were getting blown off the floor with that lineup because remember, Reaves started the game. With that lineup in the third quarter, they were getting demolished. He had calf soreness, so the Lakers decided to take the safe routine. Yes, yeah, I know that. Yeah. In addition, you lied. I lied. I lied. Okay, what did I lie about? In addition, first of all, let me correct you because I don't know if you're drunk or maybe you had too much eggnog or maybe you had too many which ham and turkey or whatever this Christmas. But let me correct you because maybe you're drunk. First of all, he said he had calf soreness, so he decided to take they decided to take the safe route. I didn't come on here talking about Reaves faked his injury. That would be your fan base. That would not be me. So let me correct you there. I didn't come on here talking about Reaves faked an injury. That's what the coach said. Then you said, in addition, you lied that Rich Paul stated that he should come off the bench. It was Matt. Are you trying to gaslight me on Christmas, bro? Was it not Rich Paul and Max Kellerman talking about the idea of having a Manu Ginobili type player on the team? Was it not Rich Paul co-signing the idea of Reaves coming off the bench? What am I lying about? Do I look like LeBron James? I don't lie that's LeBron James, bro. Don't come up here and be wasting your money on Christmas to write me some nonsense. Keep your $5 and spare me with your nonsense comments. Don't nobody got no energy for you. Keep your $5. I don't want to read your comments no more. Matter of fact, I wish I could give you back your super chat. You acting like we all didn't sit down and watch that clip. Anyway, back to the live. Merry Christmas to y'all. In that third quarter, you have LeBron James, who is faking getting fouled. Instead of getting back on defense, there was a play mid-third quarter. LeBron drove to the basket. He felt like he got fouled. All four other Lakers got back on defense. LeBron is still there arguing with the referee. Still hasn't made it back past half court. He was there arguing with the ref. Instead of getting back on defense and arguing after the possession or the dead ball, he's there arguing with the ref. Do you know why he was arguing with because he didn't want to run back? It's the same thing that Luka Doncic does. So when you have a starting lineup with two players that are disinterested in playing defense, you get what you got. The Lakers gave up 119 points tonight. If that were their average, they would be ranked at the bottom of the league in terms of defensive rating and opponents' points per game. The Lakers are giving up 117 points per game. They are in the bottom 10 when it comes to opponent scoring per game. Tonight, they gave up 119. Austin Reaves played a quarter and a half. You had a floor where you had Vanderbilt was getting minutes, you had Rui was getting minutes, Marcus Smart was getting minutes, and they could not overcome the ineptitude from the defensive side of the floor from two players in Luka and LeBron. They couldn't overcome their ineptitude on defense. They couldn't. So now you have people out there floating the idea of, yeah. The Lakers need to make a trade. They need to go make a trade so we can get somebody in here to perform miracles for us. We're going to get somebody out here that's going to make up for all of the defensive deficiencies of Luka, LeBron, and Reaves. There is no player like that in the NBA. Unless you plan on trading for two prime Kawhi Leonards, there's nobody. There's nobody. So now you got the clutch guys running, talking about, oh, man, we need to do a trade. It's the same nonsense every year. But guess what? There will be no trade. Because their most tradable asset is Reaves, and they're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. Do you know why they're not going to trade him? Because if they trade Reaves and LeBron is leaving, You're going to be leaving Luka with a 3-and-D guy because they don't need another scorer. So they're probably going to get another 3-and-D guy. So you trade away your second scorer, a guy that can give you 28, 29 points per game. The season ends. The Lakers get bounced out in round one. LeBron leaves the team, and then Luka's left with what? Luka's left with what? Some people say, well, they have cap space. Who are the free agents that are available in the summer? Nobody. Nobody. So we already know that Luka Doncic is a poor defensive player. We know that already. But the fact of the matter is, that's going to have to be the exception. Do you know why? Because it has been proven that you could win at a high level with a player, that your best player not being a great defensive player. Do you want me to give you an example of that? Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic isn't a great defender. Didn't they win a championship with him? Was Allen Iverson a great defender? Didn't they go to the finals with him? Luka Doncic isn't a great defender. Didn't he go to the finals? So the long-term remedy for the Lakers is going to be team building, which is one of the things that Rob Pelinka and these guys did when they decided we're not going to extend the 41-year-old, which is smart because you cannot justify financially paying a 41-year-old $50 million a year in the NBA. You cannot do it. That's financial malpractice. That is financial malpractice, and no one is doing that. I'm sorry, this isn't your mom and pop shop where we just give you money in perpetuity. Now, some people say, "Oh, but wait a minute, they gave Kobe Bryant that record, that contract at the end of his career." Is LeBron James Kobe Bryant with the Lakers? I'm confused. Does LeBron James have that kind of equity with the Lakers and the Laker fan base that Kobe Bryant does? Of course he doesn't. Of course he does. So why would you compare the two? Why would you compare the two? That's a bad example. Honey Boo Boo fans woke up this morning glazing their Xmas trees with honey. 24/7 LeBron nighttime walkers. That's their honey pouring Santa. Another guy said LeBron should walk off into the sunset to Saudi. Another viewer said trade LeBron for a cone. At least it won't talk. Another viewer said, let me read this comment from this guy. He said, so Luka and AR is the Lakers' future. So tell me, basketball wizard, tell me how far Lakers can go outweigh Rocket, Nuggets, Wolves, Mavs. Coming into this season, again, you must be new to the channel. You must be new to the channel. Coming into this season, I said that the Lakers' best case scenario are a middle of the pack team. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me say that. Number one. I said that at the onset of the season. So you're not trapping me in anything. I had realistic expectations of this team. What happened was they exceeded everyone's expectations with how well they were playing. No one envisioned the Lakers at one point being a top 4 seed. I just didn't see it, considering the field. Now, to answer your larger question, he said, let me go back to the gentleman's question here. He said, so tell me the Wizards, so AR and Luka, the Lakers, thank you for the question. No, they're not. No, they're not. Luka is part of the equation. Luka is. Reaves, if the Lakers can get him on the cheap, meaning not a max contract, and Reaves has already been on record saying he doesn't want to make all the money in the world. He wants to be a Laker forever. Then that gives the Lakers enough flexibility to sign another max guy and still find a way to keep Reaves. So the plan has always been summer 2027, which the Lakers have made clear. And the Lakers said the only contracts they're signing next year are expiring contracts. So to sum it all up, LeBron asks gotta go because they need to clear up cap space. If you can find Reaves and keep him, at a good salary, maybe not max dollars. You do that, and then next season, at the end of the season, you try to get a Giannis or Nikola Jokic or whatever. That's my point. Luka and Reaves are not a championship duo. I believe Reaves can be a component that can help him win a championship. Now, I'll say this. I want to read this other comment. Did it disappear? Lakers were top 4 until LeBron returned, of course. Did it disappear? Oh, yeah. This guy said, Bron fans didn't get that weird-ass Barbie doll for Christmas, so now they got to deal with trolling and tantrums. Appreciate the comment. So, damn, I forgot my damn train of thought. Okay, let me go back to the box score. People been telling me to look at the box score. Okay, let me look at the plus minus. I want to show you guys a stat here on the plus minus side. Look at this. No, first of all, look at this. Rui scored 0 points. LeBron scored 18, right? But somehow, some way, the Lakers were losing by the worst with LeBron on the floor than they were with Rui. How do you make sense of that? How do we interpret that number? How is it possible that Rui Hachimura scored 0 points, LeBron scored 18, but yet and still, LeBron has a negative plus minus of 33 to Rui's 29? How do we explain that? Why do you think that is? Do you know why you think that is? Do you know why that could be? Because Rui, when he missed the shot, his ass got back on defense. He didn't stand there and argue with the ref for 15 seconds in the shot clock. It's saying, even with the fact that he didn't score, he was still able to do other things that would make the team slightly more competitive than it was with the guy who scored 18. Even Luka, with his 6 turnovers, his plus minus was negative 25. How is it possible LeBron's plus minus? Now, here's the kicker. The Austin Reaves that these twerking ass LeBron fans want the Lakers to trade, here's the kicker. Austin Reaves plus minus on the season is like plus 3. Luka's plus minus on the season is about plus 3. LeBron's plus minus on the season is negative, maybe after this game, -1. I want you guys to think about that. His plus minus on this team is -1. Last year, he had a plus minus of in 70 games. It was a negative plus. He was the only one. The only one. Go look at the stats from last year. His plus minus was negative on the season. My thing is this, and it's simple. The Lakers were winning. You introduced a new variable into the equation, and now they're losing. So now we got to scrutinize what's going on here. And I have to ask, what changed? And the only change I can point to is that you added this piece back into the puzzle and into the equation, and now you can't solve it. You can't solve it. So for those people wondering, oh, are the Lakers going to trade Austin Reaves so they can go get a piece to help LeBron and Luka? The answer is no. Do you know why? Because the Lakers already made it clear this summer they were not extending LeBron. So why would they be making decisions that could potentially hurt them in the future for a guy that won't be here past this punk-ass mosquito? Mother. I've been trying to kill this mosquito that I've been looking at for like the last 1 hour. And this bastard just flew in front of me because of this light. And I almost cut this live off to go kill his ass. Fat one, too. A fat-ass mosquito. Anyway, as I was saying, They're not going to trade. The Lakers don't want LeBron beyond this season. They don't want him beyond this season. They made it clear. So why would they now start looking at ways to look at Kendrick Perkins? Kendrick Perkins is now talking about the Lakers need to make a trade. Where's it at? Kendrick. Let me see. Where did I see it at? It was just today. Kendrick Perkins. Let me see the video. I didn't click on it, but it was one of the. Let me see. Kendrick Perkins. Oh, first he started criticizing JJ Redick for his pattern of behavior. And there was another video where it says the Lakers need to make a move and trade somebody. They're already starting off the trade talks. Whenever the Lakers can't figure it out, all of a sudden, they need to trade somebody. They need to trade them. So the question I want to ask the chat is this. Do you think, Jesus, I can see this punk ass mosquito. Do you think if it has been worth it for LeBron James to come to the Lakers? Do you think it's been a net negative or a net positive since LeBron joined the Lakers in 2019? Ultimately, like we know Kawhi joining the the Clippers was a failure. Do you think it's been a net positive or net negative since LeBron joined the Lakers? What do y'all think? Because personally, I think it's been more chaos than anything. I think it's been more chaos than anything. And I don't know if it's been worth it in the long run. I don't know if it's been worth it in the long run. I don't know if it's been worth it. I don't know if it's been worth it. You know, I just don't I don't think so. He said, who is Winnie the Pooh? That's low. Low lights. That's low. Winnie the Pooh is low lights. He said, new management can ship LeBron, Bronny, and JJ from the Lakers. They all part of the same package. The only reason JJ is the coach is because of LeBron. No, I think they're going to keep JJ. But let me tell you this. If LeBron was going to be on this team for the next 2 years, LeBron would cost JJ Redick his job. Yes. He would cost him his job. Absolutely. He would cost him his job. I there's no world that you would convince me, yo, this mosquito is actually walking. When have you seen a mosquito walk? Nah, dogs. I'm about to turn this live off and go kill this motherfucker. Anyway, I lost my damn train of thought thinking about this damn mosquito. But anyway, he said, blame everybody but LeBron James. Lakers were number 1 or number 2 defense when they won the chip. Yeah, go back and look at those teams. Go back and look at those teams. That team had real defenders. You had Dwight Howard. You had Rajon Rondo. You had Alex Caruso. You had Anthony Davis. LeBron was playing more defense then. I can't remember some of the other pieces that they had, but they had defenders on that team. And the series that they beat the Denver Nuggets to advance to the finals, they threw JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and Anthony Davis on Jokic to stop him. They needed those 3 guys to stop him. Those 3 guys is what it took to stop him. So they had a totally different team. You can't compare this team to that team. Let me read this comment again. Goat bumps fears into their pump fears, into their opponent. No one is afraid of LeBron James playing against LeBron. Well, damn, not even his damn agent. Even Rich Paul is like, I would take anyway, we're going to talk about that one tomorrow, man. We're going to talk about that one tomorrow. Anyway, guys, that's the wrap up here. I think the Lakers are cooked. I don't know if they've updated the standings right now. Let me check the standings if it's been updated. But I think the Lakers are cooked. I said it a day or so ago. No, 2 days ago when we did one of the shows. People thought it was a hot take. The Lakers are cooked. We went from being the second seed, we're now all the way down to the fifth seed, tied with the Rockets, and we know the Rockets are better than the Lakers. We know that. We know the Thunder are better. The Spurs, I would even say the Spurs are better than the Lakers. The Nuggets are better than the Lakers. The Wolves, I think, is a toss-up. The Rockets are better than. So the Lakers, if we're being realistic, is about a fifth or sixth seed in the West. That's who we are at the end of the day. That's who we are. At the end of the day, that's who we are. At the end of the day. And we've had one of the easiest schedules to start the season. We've been playing nobodies. I think we played the Pelicans twice. We played the Jazz, I think, 3 times. We played the Clippers 2 times. We played a lot of bad teams. And when we start playing real competition, look how we looked against the Suns. And they're not even one of the better teams in the West. The Suns. The Suns have a lower record than the Lakers. So looking at the standings, you would say, oh, the Lakers are better than the Suns. No, go look at who the Suns have been playing. Go look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, who they've been playing over the last few games. Go look at those teams. So our record is fool's gold. And if anybody's basing their analysis on the Lakers based off of their standings, you're lost in the sauce. The facts are this. Even though the Lakers had a winning record before LeBron got back, and we were playing easy teams, so to speak, in the beginning of the season, the numbers say they were a better defensive unit. Prior to LeBron's return, the Lakers were giving up 107.8 points per game per 100 possessions. With him in the lineup, they're giving up 117 per 100 possessions since his return. Those are the numbers. You can't argue the numbers. You can't say I'm hating. Those are the numbers. So they have gotten worse. Worse. You now have a disgraceful set of clowns that we call the Lakers, where in an NBA game, the Lakers are getting 25 rebounds in an NBA game. 25 rebounds. 25. Getting out rebound by 23 rebounds. Did I read this guy's comment? Oh, just a second. He said, yo, that mosquito is messing you up. This made my Xmas honey-sucking mosquito. Welcome to... Oh. Yo, that's a good one, man. That's a good Jurassic Park reference. Anyway, guys, man, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live. I'm going to go ahead and try to kill this mosquito. And we're going to get back to this thing tomorrow, man. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. We're going to catch y'all tomorrow, man. I'm out. Y'all have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas. And time to get back to work. Time to get back. Maybe some of y'all are on break for the whole holiday. I don't know. But my black ass got to be back to work tomorrow. I'm going to catch y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace. Merry Christmas.